Hey guys, what's up? We are back with another video today, and today we are doing my Georgia Tech preview and prediction. So as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as I will be releasing a bunch of NCAA football content, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video if you enjoy it, and comment your thoughts and opinions down below what you think Georgia Tech's record will be, because I'm sure some Georgia Tech fans are going to be mad at me by the end of this video, as I don't have a great record predicted for them this season. But make sure that you like, subscribe, and then check out my community page, as I will have stuff up all throughout the summer on there. So make sure that you check that out, and make sure to check out my website for my top 25 NCAA coaches coming out either very soon or as this video is released. So let's get started with today's video. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, they have their first game against the Clemson Tigers, and even though they took Clemson down to the wire last year, that's not something that I think is going to happen again. And here's my reasoning for this. I don't think that DJ is a great quarterback, and I don't think he is the quarterback that is going to be able to lead Clemson. The problem that I have is that this time Georgia Tech doesn't have Jahmyr Gibbs, and Clemson has Brian Bresee and all of them on that offensive line. That's going to be extremely tough, because I don't know whether I trust Jeff Sims, the quarterback, in order to make the plays that he needs to win this game. Jahmyr Gibbs is probably the best or one of the best running backs coming into college football this season, and the loss of him was massive. And I understand that that is a big loss, and that Georgia Tech has had some good running backs under Geoff Collins. Problem is I don't think it's enough, especially in game one of the season, though it is at Georgia Tech, so at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So we'll see how that matchup goes generally. Okay, so then you have your first true home game of the season, and that is against Western Carolina, the Cat Mouse. That's a win. Yet there's nothing to it. It's a win. I know very little about Western Carolina, but I know they're not a very good football program. Good track program. Then they play Ole Miss. This is a loss. Lane Kiffin is not the team that you want to be playing right now. They're going to have a lot of offensive capability as always. You may be able to score some points on them. Score 21, 24 points, and that's like, oh, that's a big amount, but they're going to score 50 or 60 on you. So you need to be able to keep up with them. If you have any chance in this game, if you're Georgia Tech, the way you keep up with them is by grinding out that clock, getting 6-7 minute long drives in order to get that game shorter and keep it where they're moving the chains and keeping the game long. That's how you're going to do it. So then you head to the Bounce House, the happily named Bounce House, against UFC. This is another loss. Their non-conference schedule is quite brutal, to be honest. It's at Georgia, at UCF, Ole Miss, and Western Carolina. Only one of those is really a win, same as last year. And again, it continues to be the brutal schedule for Georgia Tech, one of the toughest in the nation. Outside of the SEC schedules that some teams like Auburn and Arkansas play that are in the SEC West. But I had this game as a loss. UCF is a pretty talented team, and to be honest, they may be a better team than both Miami or Florida or even Florida State. They may be the best team in Florida. So this isn't the team out of Florida that you really want to be playing. I have that as a loss. Then you head to Pittsburgh to play the Pitt Panthers. You have another loss here. I just don't see a win. Pitt is not a great program by any means. They had a great year last. They had a great year last year. They won the ACC. They improved under Pat Narduzzi last year. But Pat's been in the ACC for a long time. This isn't a great Pitt team, but by no means are they worse than Georgia Tech, a team without a true identity in Geoff Collins. Then Duke, you play the Duke Blue Devils. This is a win. This is at Georgia Tech. I think that gives them a slight advantage, the 3-point favorite for being home. And I think they'll win this game. I think they're more talented than Duke, and Duke doesn't have that quarterback that they usually do under David Cutcliffe. Now that they're under Mike Elko, we'll see. Their defense should be a little bit more improved, but generally Duke is not a very good roster. But as we get into the bye week, this is where the losses start to really pile up. You play Virginia at home. Virginia under Tony Elliott is not going to be an easy opponent. They're going to be easier this first year, but the problem is that Brennan Armstrong is back, and Armstrong is the best quarterback on the field by far and the best player on the field by far. I have Virginia winning that game. Then you had a Florida State play at the Doak, and with Mike Norvell on the hot seat, he is going to have to win this game, and he comes away with a win. I don't see much else coming from this. Then you head to Blacksburg to play Virginia Tech. And even though Virginia Tech also has a new head coach in Brent Pry, the defensive coordinator from Penn State, the problem that I have with Georgia Tech in this matchup is what exactly do they have that Virginia Tech doesn't? Virginia Tech isn't one of the better teams. I think they're going to struggle this year in the ACC. The problem I have with Georgia Tech is, okay, so they don't have a Jahmyr Gibbs. If they have Jahmyr Gibbs, I could give them a win here. But I think Virginia Tech's defense will be decent this year at the top half of the ACC, and I don't think that Georgia Tech has any offensive capability outside maybe if Jeff Sims starts to shine. If he starts to do that, then that could be a possibility that he comes out and plays better. But outside of that, there isn't much hope for this game. Then you head back home after the 2-game road stretch against Miami. Miami's a much better team, especially with Mario Cristobal, and then with all the sophomores now after them playing their freshman year last year with Tyler Van Dyke and they have a lot of talent, something that Georgia Tech lacks under Geoff Collins. Then you had North Carolina play the Tar Heels. This is another loss. Mac Brown is a much better head coach, and even though you lose Sam Howell, you still have Josh Downs, and you still have a good team overall. And this game is at Chapel Hill, so it's not going to be an easy place to play. Then finally, you play the Georgia Dome Bulldogs at Sanford Stadium. Even though Georgia, I think, is going to take a step down this year in the mighty SEC, I could see a Tennessee winning the SEC East this year because I think that defense is going to regress by 10 points. Still, it's 19 points allowed a game, which is incredible. But I think that the defense will regress, but not enough to make this game competitive whatsoever, especially by the end of the season. Their defense should be a lot better with a lot more experience. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. I'm sorry I was a little bit depressing. I think that this is the end of the Geoff Collins era, as I think it will be a 2-10 season, and after a 3-9 season last year and just an overall kind of miserable start. And it's not really his fault. Coming out of the triple option that Paul Johnson ran is going to be a tough thing to do, to go from that to pro-style system. I'm sorry, but I think this is the end of the road for Geoff Collins. If you have any disagreements with me, whether you're a Georgia Tech fan or not, put your comments down in the comments section, as I will respond to every single one there. So make sure that you do that. Hit the 2 videos right down below and hit the subscribe button up here. As always, have a great day. Bye, guys.